All right. So we do not deny the fact that the amount of chemicals and waste that is coming from the factories or industries is not harmful. They are equally harmful. So Dr. Rushikon, who is the founder or the inventor of bioenzyme, also feels if we can, um, we have reached a point where we need to address this issue right now because whatever we have done until yesterday cannot be corrected, but at least a step towards it could definitely correct tomorrow. So she feels a parallel step has to be taken. When I say parallel step or simultaneous step, it would be that addressing the issue at the household level, at the community level, at the government level, uh, at the the country level, all the global level. Because what happens today here will definitely affect the global globe. Or what happens at the global level will definitely affect the smallest of the village that we are here today. So today we have two speakers representing Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy. I will quickly give you an introduction about them and then we could start. So we have with us Miss Preeti, who is basically, she is the founder of Soil and Soul. I'm sorry, there's somebody waiting, so I need to attend to both. Yeah. So Preeti has been working more than 2 decades with Bioenzyme, and she has started this foundation called Soil and Soul Foundation, and which is one of the parent bodies of Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy. And Preeti has been a sustainability practitioner. She's a yoga teacher, and she's a national gold medalist for flying and aero modeling. Preeti has been conducting a lot of training programs, hand-holding a lot of entrepreneurs, and today through Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy, we have closer to 150 odd members across 15 states. So the whole idea behind this is to help these individuals who are proactive in preparing Bioenzyme to become entrepreneurs and see how they can spread the message across. And moving on to Shrikant. Mr. Shrikant is actually a former corporate employee. Um, we have Preeti, who's totally working on soil because soil is her soul right now. And here we have this gentleman who quit his career in the corporate field, and now he's leading an income-free life and has been traveling along with his wife and kid in the quest of learning. There's a lot of different things that he's been doing, right from dustbin free home to kitchen free and fireless cooking. And he's also been working on Bioenzyme. And more than 20,000 families across the globe are inspired by him, and he's been supporting them. And his whole initiative or the purpose would be to ensure that the globe is chemical free, medicine free, and that's what is the healing. So, without much delay, I would like to welcome Preeti and Shrikant. Thank you very much. I know this meeting, I mean, this webinar had to be postponed with a last minute change. Though we are a small number, but still, I think the message will be spread across. Thank you very much for joining us, and over to you, Preeti.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much, Jyoti, for this lovely introduction. Mm, So, see, we would. So, why are we doing this? What is driving all of us to do what we are doing today? Uh, it's all, when we start learning, or when we start seeing the side effects of whatever we are doing today, that makes us, either we do something about it or we stop cribbing about it. So we are at the path of doing something about it and using our energy in doing it in a positive way. And we found an answer here with bioenzyme, and that is what is driving all of us here into this, um, path of making our environment cooler. When I say cooler, I mean it. The global warming, when the temperature is going up high, and how all these things are interconnected with this bioenzyme, I need to learn. And this is the one major motivation to just to do what we are doing, and it is so convincing, and it is so satisfying to continue what we are doing. Uh, so here today we will be learning what bioenzyme can do and why this bioenzyme we have chosen. There's another reason for that. It's see, we've been talking about the global warming, we've been talking about air pollution everywhere, and we all do a lot of plantation to control whatever disaster is happening, to do our part, or our role we can play, whatever we can do. But now, the only planting tree, we understood it's not going to take us long uh, way. For the simple reason, it takes really long time for the tree to grow. And by the time it grows, and again, it's been chopped. And most of the oxygen is generated by water. Today on Earth, say 80% of the oxygen is generated by ocean. So we need to take care of our ocean. We need to calm down our ocean. We need to make sure the aquatic life in the ocean are happy. We make sure that we don't pour so much of pollutant into the ocean, so that the ocean, which is covering us, which is giving us the cooler earth, or making the earth livable for all of us, is healthy. See, these kind of thing sounds actually very big, because we are very small. When you see the ocean, one human is really small. But I'm sure when all of us join together, we can definitely contribute in a very positive way to bring in a lot of changes. And this is what we have learned from our master, Dr. Roshokon, and we've been following her path to do our bit. And we have a major target, of making 50% of population of Earth to start making enzyme. If we really want to see the changes in this whole world, the world or the climate has changed not because of one or two person. All of us are part of it. So it is our basic duty to contribute in a positive way, in whatever way we can do. So basically, when there is uh, the earth is a living planet, we all know. And when it is a living planet, we cannot change everything mechanically. It has to be handled with a life. It has to be handled biologically. It has to be handled with that compassion, with that love. And we are all here, and we will listen to, what bioenzyme is just a fermented liquid, and how it changes the life around us and for everybody else. So Shrikant will continue. He will talk about, what we can do. It is not just about the cleaner, what Jyoti was mentioning. The cleaners, definitely, that we all use at home every day, but there are larger potential to bioenzyme, and that is why we wanted to talk to all the Kanha residents, so that we can bring that big change together. How we can work together and bring a lot of changes. Definitely chemical, or the products what we use at home, we need to really think about it. Do we really need this? uh, these kind of so much of products around us has actually made a lot of life very complicated on earth. So can we simplify it? Can we just rethink about it? So let's see what all the potentials we have in bioenzyme, what else we can do other than just the products. So Shrikant, it's all yours, and I'm here.
Thank you so much, Preeti. This is Shrikant. I hope I'm audible. If I'm not, then I have to make myself audible. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I see only two participants logged in here, and it's very nice to see you, Jyoti. Very good evening, Jyoti, and very good evening, Preeti. So do we have other participants? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Rajesh ji. Thank you. There we are, because we are not talking to machines, we are talking to humans, aren't we? All right. So yeah, so slowly we see people coming in. So it's nice to see people and talk to people than talking to the interface over here. So I'm Shrikant. Vanakkam. I'm a Tamil speaking Hyderabadi, born and raised in Hyderabad. Um, and I did my formal education there in Hyderabad and then moved on to Bangalore. I worked with the IT sector. I quit my job in 2011, and it's been 11 glorious years that I've been on a learning journey. And I happened to meet wonderful people like Preeti and Jyoti and many other people from where I've been learning a lot of things about bioenzymes and about life and about a lot of other things. So I'm the youngest of the lot. As you call founder trustees of Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy, the youngest. So, uh, I may not have so much of experience or knowledge, but I will be able to share some experiences or some learnings that I've been learning for quite some time now. That's about myself. And to talk about nature and to talk about bioenzymes, I need to understand. We need to understand what we are, how we are aligned with nature. This nature, I mean, what we call could be water, tree, soil, ocean, mountain, land, everything, people, animals, insects, birds, organism, any organism, as we um, see in this particular see on this particular planet. This nature is loaned from the future generation. We have loaned the nature from the future generation, and we have a responsibility to give it back to them. So as people, as consumers, we have been consuming too much. We have been taking away a lot of things from nature, but we don't think about giving back to nature. So when we bathe every day, we take a bucket full of water. And where do we draw? We draw from a bore well or open well, and we use the bucket of water. We utilize it, and then we utilize it, and that's it. So we don't give it back to nature. So we always have been consuming. We always have been taking, because that's how we've been learning right from our childhood. I studied in Secunderabad. So in my school, I remember when I learned, when my science teacher taught us, the tree gives us fruit, the tree gives us wood, the tree gives us shade, the cow gives us milk, the hen gives us egg, and the sheep gives us wool, and all of that. So we grew up learning that there are so many beings on this particular planet that help us sustain ourselves. And as and when we grew, as and when we began to outgrow ourselves, there is a sigmoid curve that we try to draw, a curve where we try to build ourselves, move into another direction, and start another path. In that way, I would say that this alternative path has given me an opportunity to understand these revelations of this particular planet. And little lately, I understood that the tree does not give us fruit. We pluck the fruit from the tree. The tree does not give us wood. We chop the tree and we take wood and utilize it. The tree doesn't give us shade. We take shelter under the tree. The cow does not give us milk. We tie the calf right in front of the cow's eyes and steal away the milk from behind. The sheep does not give wool to us. We catch hold of the sheep, shave the wool off, and we utilize it. So that's how we've become. That's how we have been become, and we've been taking away, using away all the resources that we have. We think that it is meant for us, and we don't even think about giving back to nature. So on this note, I would like to start this particular discussion, sharing. So bioenzymes, as Preeti and Jyoti have mentioned, it's made from fermenting fruit waste, and you ferment fruit waste for about 90 days in a barrel and an open container, and then you extract the liquid, and then you start utilizing it. Now, what are the uses of bioenzymes? Like how Preeti and Jyoti have mentioned, you have a lot of household uses. You can use it for your home care, for personal care, for plant care, for pet care, and for planet care. So anything and everything can be taken care by bioenzymes. Now, if you talk about it's not only limited for cleaners. Now, when it comes to cleaners, from hair wash to car wash, anything and everything can be cleaned. Now, you can use it as your floor cleaner, toilet cleaner, kitchen disinfectant. You can use it as a room spray, a car fresher. You can use it as a shampoo. You can use it in your moisturizer. You can use it as a painkiller. You can use it as a deruster, descaler. You can use it as soil fertilizer, foliar spray. Then you can use it as a growth booster, and you can use it in your for cattle. You can use it for cleaning the cattle shed, taking care of cattle. It can be used in medication, pharmacy, whatnot. Now, not only household, it is used widely in agriculture. It is used in food industry. It's used in animal husbandry. It's used in textile, leather, petroleum, and in the chemical industry. And not only that, environmentally, it is being used for cleansing lakes, rivers, ponds, ocean, seas, and all of that. So wherever, that's what I'm saying, wherever you can think of, whatever you can think of, bioenzymes can be applied there. So there are varied applications of bioenzymes. You can use it anywhere and everywhere possible. Now, if you look at the potential bioenzymes have got, now these are magical. They are the outcome of fermentation. Now, where bacteria is involved, there is life, there is prana in that, there is life force in it, prana shakti. So, we cannot know of any other chemical cleaner or any other, surfactant or anything for that matter, the kind of additives that we use in our household or in industries that breathes life into anything that we get in contact with. Now, if we have to, look at an example, does our toilet cleaners have life in it, or do our floor cleaners have life in it? Absolutely not. They are formulated using lab formulated chemicals, and there is absolutely no life in it. There's no prana in that. So whereas bioenzymes, they have prana shakti, they have life force in it, because they are made from fermentation, and fermentation is due to bacteria, the presence of bacteria, and where there is bacteria, the bacteria would ferment. So there is life force. So as long as there is bacteria on this particular planet, there is life. If there is no bacteria, there is no life. So we have more bacteria than human beings on this particular planet, isn't it? So I have not seen. I may not be religious. I may not sound religious, but I've not seen God, but I've not seen bacteria either. I've put it under a microscope and I've seen some traces of bacteria. So as long as bacteria is there in my body, I'm alive. So I bow down to the bacteria in my body, my microbiome, because that keeps me going, that keeps me alive, that keeps me, functioning. Without bacteria, I'm not there. So this is what I connect with bacteria. So looking at various possibilities, if we look at communities, how bioenzyme, helps communities, when they are communities, when communities are, there together, when you form a community, it's about, let's say if it could be a small farm, or it could be a big establishment, or you call it an establishment, or you call it a bigger formation like Kanha or any other, social, functional, area where people thrive on food. So right from agriculture, when it comes to food, you can use it as your soil fertilizer. You can use it as your foliar spray for your plants. You can use it as a pest repellent. It doesn't kill pests though, but it would only repel pests, because we do not have right to kill any being on this particular planet. So these are bioenzymes, and I have some samples with me. This is how it looks like if you want to take a look at it. So these are how they look like. So they are fermented. They are the outcome of fermentation from fruit waste. Anything, any waste, whatever we deem as waste. We use a lot of fruits and vegetables in our kitchens, and whatever is the outcome from the kitchen is fermented, and you get this. You ferment with water and jaggery, and you this is how you get. And right from when we talk about communities, yes, it is used in farming. It can be used as to purify water. Now, if there are water bodies in a particular community or outside a community, like a pond, if it is totally contaminated, we can treat the ponds with enzymes, the contaminated ponds, and we have test results to prove that bioenzymes would definitely go ahead and clean water bodies. And it can also take care of air. We have air purifiers also, which we have been making out of these bioenzymes. And we have test results to prove that when you spray these enzymes in air, at least for 1 hour, it keeps, the pathogenic bacteria at bay. So every 1 hour you spray and you have clean air, pure air to breathe. So that's the challenge, because most of us live in cities. The urban population live in cities, and the challenge what we have is we do not have access to clean drinking water. We don't have access to clean air to breathe. And forget the last aspect, there is absolutely no soil in cities because we've covered them with concrete, isn't it? So having said that, bioenzyme, this is what Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy looks at as the only solution to all of the planet's problems. Now, if we talk about industry-wise, we can go on and on and on about bioenzymes. But if you have any questions to ask about, we'll be more than happy to answer them, because we would love this to be an interactive session rather than an experience share or a knowledge share. So, you have any questions?
Yeah, hi, brother.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm Deepa Bhardwaj and staying in Medak district. And my husband is from army. So we live like in a jungle kind of place all the time.
Ordnance factory.
So, yeah, ordnance factory Medak.
Okay.
And from last 3 years, I've been working on sustainability. And I was thinking how to reduce my waste. मैं अपने घर का कैसे करूं? So then I started segregating, and now from last 3 years, I have not thrown any kind of like you can say कोई garbage नहीं होता है, कोई कचरा नहीं है, जो भी हमारे polythene या कुछ आता है, तो that I give to the waste management center, and my the whole kitchen waste goes to the compost bin or to the soil we have. So and now from last 1 year, I'm making bioenzymes also. So I can show you, these are the, just a second. So this is my cloth cleaner made with soap nut and yeah, lemon bioenzyme. And this is my dishwashing liquid. This is also made of bioenzyme. And like I keep on trying bioenzymes. This is aloe vera bioenzyme. And this is my spray made of lemon bioenzyme and water. And
you can dilute 1 cup of bioenzyme with 10 cups of water happily.
okay, I have this is spray is like 1 cup of bioenzyme and 2 cups of water.
Yeah.
The sting spray means, so this is the way I'm collected all the bottles, and now I'm trying my best to everything should be done with bioenzyme. And I'm very happy to join such a beautiful team and want to learn more and more about it, and want to work for the community also. Now I'm doing it on individual level, like how can I change myself? How can I reduce my waste, my carbon footprint? How can I in every field, my lifestyle कैसा होना चाहिए? मुझे पेड़ जैसा होना है, ट्री जैसा, like no waste.
But
So
tree
ट्री
has
क्या करता
waste.
है? हाँ, नहीं, वो जो वेस्ट आता है उनका जो पत्ते गिरते हैं नीचे, वो सारे पत्ते जो होते हैं वो कंपोस्ट हो जाते हैं. तो ट्री doesn't create any waste. So I always keep on seeing, I have 20 trees at my home. So I keep on seeing them and I feel, how can I become like them? So it is very difficult to become like them because we are not, like you said, everything we get from them by force. So, but I'm trying my best on individual level and want to join people like you to learn more and more about it.
Thank
So
you.
this-
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Deepa ji. What you said rightly is correct. I mean, this is one of man's dream, that, to be as sustainable as tree. And apart from the tree on this particular planet, there is another being which is sustainable, which lives on its own, which doesn't have to depend on another being for food. Do you know what other being is that?
No idea.
Apart from tree, tree is sustainable. It doesn't have to depend on man. It doesn't have to depend on animal. It can grow by itself. The seed germinates all by itself, because when it finds right climatic conditions, it just grows on its own self, and it grows up to a big tree. Now, like these beings, like trees, there is another being, on this particular planet, which doesn't have to depend on food, which doesn't have to depend on plant, which doesn't have to depend on humans or animals or anybody. So yeah, do you know there's such a being which is there on this particular planet, which can be as sustainable as tree? Now that being is called as human being. Now human beings are as sustainable as trees. So there is a correlation between them both, because tree, they thrive on air. Human beings also can thrive on air. Tree doesn't need water. Tree absolutely does not need water. The water is for the ground, for the earth's crust, to ensure that it insulates the earth's crust, so that it doesn't, the planet doesn't become warmer, right? But what does the tree thrive on? It thrives on air. It thrives on light. That's it. Human beings also, they are capable of thriving on air and light and soil. That's it. If the body is in contact with soil, air, and light, that is more than sufficient. We can be sustainable. We don't need food. There have been many sages in the ancient time who have proved this right. So even human beings are sustainable. Now, if you want to become like tree, then yes, you can become that tree, and you are the tree, or you are probably more than a tree, isn't it? So if you have that kind of an aspiration, start believing yourself that yes, you are that tree, or you are that human being who's sustainable, right? So you're already there. So it's just that you have not identified yourself. That's all. It's just that we need to bring our own awareness to that state, that yes, we are them. We are them, who are sustainable. So thank you so much for this, sharing that you have made. Anyone else who have any more questions, we can answer them. I mean, I don't think that this is going to be a training session on bioenzymes, because to know and understand bioenzymes, it will not even take 5 to 10 minutes. But yes, if we look at potential that we have tremendous potential, not only on social aspect, we also look at commercial aspect as well. Because bioenzymes, I mean, any community, if it has to be sustainable, then it has to overlap between three circles. It has to be environmental, it has to look at the social aspect, environmental aspect, the social aspect, and also the economic aspect. So if all the three circles, come together, only then it becomes sustainable. And for that, for any business to thrive, for any business to be sustainable on this particular planet, it has to be profitable. So yes, there is a lot of scope for entrepreneurship, which is what Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy has been working towards it, and we have created many brands like these. This is one of those brands. We've created Truzyme, we've created Cleanzyme, we've created Magic Peels, we've created a lot of other brands. We've created Meru. This is another brand, and we've created a lot of people. So this is what we believe. We would want to raise the economic level of people and help them, work towards sustainability. And also by creating more and more entrepreneurs, we will have more and more bioenzyme-based products in the market, so that more and more people would use natural products and have access to these natural cleaners and live a natural lifestyle. So you have any more questions we can answer? Now, if you want to know about each and every industry, where and all bioenzymes are being applied, yes, we can go ahead and we can discuss about that, in brief, not in detail though. Now, enzymes are useful. Sorry.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Here. So I work in the area of afforestation. So
okay,
I kind of lead a program called Forest by Heartfulness, where we kind of afforest or reforest, or just do some organic farming, small scale plantations, agroforestry, and all this. What role can bioenzymes play in the area of farming?
Bioenzyme can be an effective soil fertilizer. Now, let's say if you're into afforestation, you would have known about Miyawaki forest. So before setting up a Miyawaki forest, what you do is you prepare the soil, right? So you demark an area, allocate a small area, and then you start filling that area with organic matter. Now, even before you could do that, you can apply enzymes there. And, within 7 days of applying enzymes, you will see earthworms coming there. Now, that's a good sign, right? And if you, you might need a lot of compost, you might need a lot of organic manure. So in the manure making process is normally a tedious process. It takes more than 90 days, sometimes 120 days, or even more than that, depending upon the kind of material or matter that we use. Now, when we apply enzymes, the breaking down of carbon matter is pretty fast, because enzymes are catalyzers. They are chains of proteins. They break it down, and in my experience, we were able to make organic manure in less than 30 days. Believe us, it is possible. So in less than 30 days,
bioenzymes are a kind of, they supplement the organic matter that we add, like manure, vermicompost, or a bunch of things that we normally do. Do they supplement it, or they are the substitute for all the organic matter that we put in for any plantation activity?
You can actually use them as anything you wanted. You can, if you want bioenzyme as a substitute, yes, you can go ahead and use it as a substitute. It can replace anything and everything. Or if you want to use bioenzymes as a supplement, yes, it can support. So it's very vast subject. We are beginning to learn. We are trying to learn more about enzymes, and the way, the character of this particular enzyme, it is so different. We are yet to understand. It behaves so differently. In certain areas, it acts as a strong acid. In certain medium, it becomes totally alkaline, and in certain mediums, it becomes pH neutral. So it is so versatile. It is very versatile. You can use it anywhere. You can apply it anywhere. You can apply it as a substitute, or you can use it as a supplement. So you can decide what you wanted to do with bioenzymes. So bioenzymes is that flexible.
It's quite potent, isn't it? If you're able to use bioenzyme, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's like so easy to transport, so easy to make, so easy to store. While if we need to bring cow manure, we have to get it, tractor it
Yes.
from somewhere,
Yes.
and it's also quite expensive. So I
Yes.
just if you can share any literature you may have on the usage of bioenzymes for soil fertility, I'd be
Yes.
very interested to look at that, because we are trying to bring our costs down when it
Yes.
comes to plantation. Yeah,
Yes.
so this could be one of the cost reducers. Yeah.
Yes.
So I will, if you have any literature on this, any videos or any reading material, just if you can share it with us. So many of these people in this group as well, they are people who are in Kanha. They normally are somehow related to tree planting. Yeah, so they would also be interested. Yeah, so if we can share anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean,
Jyoti, if you can take this as an action, and maybe we can have a separate session purely for this soil fertility using bioenzymes. Yeah, that will be very useful for me.
Yeah. Thank you. So, what Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy has been doing, we have been visiting a lot of villages, trying to identify, women, self-help women, and farms and pieces of land areas where we can go ahead and work on the soil. We have been working with other communities, and we've been traveling extensively to learn about how bioenzymes can be implemented in terms of improving soil fertility. And if that means that if that would mean that Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy to come right there in Kanha, do a field visit and work with the experts who are already working there on the ground, we would be more than happy to do that. Because we, rather than connecting online and sharing resources and sharing paperwork, it's always nice to connect our feet with the soil and then work with the soil. We can understand soil better, and we can establish a relationship with soil, and we can understand what that soil needs at that point of time. What kind of nutrients does it need, and what kind of raw materials that we need to use to produce those kind of enzymes which can supplement those kind of nutrients which are beneficial for that soil. We are more than happy to come over there and do a case study or study the soil there and provide solutions. We are that. We would love to be there on the ground and do work. So if there is an opportunity, please do let us know, Sangeet.
Yeah,
We
that's
will be more
fantastic.
than
We
happy.
can do that. We can do that. I mean, in the next 2 weeks itself, we can plan a visit for you. We'll just have to line up the right people to attend that workshop. We can also do it as an
And
experimental basis. We can take a small patch of land and see the impact of bioenzymes and compare it with. Yeah.
The best part is even if the land or the soil, which is infested with the chemicals or the fertilizers, whatever we say, bioenzyme degrades that. It decomposes even those chemicals, it breaks it down and fixes the nitrogen there. So,
Okay.
and it increases the microbial activities in the soil, as Shrikant was telling. So, it's working as a holistic thing. And if you see my home, I've been experimenting a lot on natural farming and organic farming. Why natural farming? Why not organic farming? All these things I've been experimenting a lot. And it's been 10 years. My washing machine is in my garden. So all the outlet, after I wash the clothes, the enzymes, it just goes to the garden. And today my soil, you throw any seed, it just pops out. The germination rate is that high. So, what I've understood, this enzyme actually works like magic. And we don't believe in insecticides. Side word itself is about killing. So we are not here to kill anything. We're just here to manage them. And the moment the soil is good, the moment the soil is like our body. So, when we are strong, when our immunity is strong, none of the disease can attack us or, bacteria or the viruses. It goes same thing with the soil. When the soil is good, when you're built upon your soil, none of the insects would just come and attack the plants. the plants are healthy, the fruits are healthy, the outcome, everything is healthy. I mean, you can actually see the way ecosystem works. It's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I have just one more question on this. This is
yeah.
related to a field visit that I just did yesterday. I'm sorry if I'm kind of hijacking your session with too many. This is my last question. Does bioenzymes, especially on the hillsides, where we have a lot of grass that grows and dries off and it becomes a fire hazard, yeah, and then it kind of burns the entire forest that we have so painstakingly created, yeah. So does bioenzymes have a solution to retard growth of grasses or decompose the grasses so that they don't burn? Yeah, so you know how the grass ecosystem is, right? The grasses grow, they dry off during the dry season, and they are like tinder, they are like ready to catch fire. So can bioenzymes be used to kind of decompose that whole, especially the when we want to create some fire retarding corridors on the hillside, so that the fire doesn't travel, even if it catches at one place, it doesn't jump onto the other places. So we create these corridors, fire barriers, we call it. So on the barriers, there should be no grass, or if there's any grass, we should kind of remove it. So can bioenzymes be used for decomposing any dry grass that is out there?
We can definitely work on that. It is possible. And not just the grass, we are talking even about handling the landfills. It can just bring down those landfill, the mountains we have in every outskirts of the city. Even that can be decomposed. Even the plastics are getting decomposed because of this. So, the grasses are definitely alive, and it works excellent as mulching and carbon sequestration. I can see it can enhances the soil with the carbon once it dries up. So, enzyme would definitely work. It's an added, I can say, it's an added blessing for all this cycle, and it completes the cycle in a very beautiful way.
I have a point to add to what Preeti said. Preeti just stole all the words out of my mouth and she answered it. I have one more thing which is left, which I can, talk about. It works on two different levels, the top-bottom approach. When you apply bioenzyme to the soil, it increases soil fertility. It will help these, grass, which is growing on the mountain, hold better. It will be healthier. And yes, once during the dry season, we can break it down and convert it into manure. And not only that, with constant application of bioenzymes to the mountain, it will actually gradually bring down the temperature level of on that mountain. So it will bring down the heat. So the lesser heat, the lesser spread of fire.
Okay, yeah. So this is again, we want to do it on an experimental basis in Pune. Yeah, so where we are doing some plantation on a hill, and fire is a continuous hazard there. Yeah. So, but again, we can actually discuss this in our workshop, which we are hoping to have in the next couple of weeks or so. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who have questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and.
Hey Shrikant, this is Channa Keswa.
Hi.
This is so I've known you for 3 years, and I saw your video on the YouTube, and this is our bioenzyme at home. That's 5-liter can water bottle 3. Okay, so I was so excited, and I started creating, and it's been about nearly 3 years. We didn't buy. Maybe we would have bought half a liter of Harpic in 3 years. Okay, so we reduced our household things, and we are also using for like hair wash, like you said, every wash we are trying to use. So I'm so excited about this product. One something like all-in-one cleaner, all-in-one, all-purpose liquid. It's like a magic product. So something like in one of the Tamil movie. You will see one medicine for all the disease, so something like that. So
it is still one medicine for all the disease, though, that we don't know. Many of us don't know. You know, it's still one medicine for all the disease. And if you break it down, you'll see that one element, you know, which is there in every medicine.
Okay. Nice. So,
Yeah.
What are the barriers for large scale adoption of bioenzymes? Like, why do we not see everywhere?
Human acceptance.
yeah, right. I tried to distribute to my friends here, and the smell is something they did not accept it at the first place. And but it's a mild smell, and you get used to it after maybe few uses. So that's what we have to overcome that. And people think it's of less cost and how that can be more effective. Yeah, like you said.
Sure. Thank you so much, Chennakeswar Perumal.
But there are definitely a lot of improvement in acceptance, because when bioenzyme fever started some 10-12 years back in India, there were hardly anybody who was accepting. But today, when you see, there are more than lakhs and lakhs, lakhs and lakhs of family, they have accepted it. And you definitely see the change. It is, coming, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as Preeti said, there were only a handful of bioenzyme producers who were selling enzymes in the market. And today, after establishing Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy, at least in Tamil Nadu, I'm in Coimbatore right now. So at least in Tamil Nadu, you see minimum of 200 producers who have been selling enzymes out in the market. And, India nationwide, we have created hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs. And we've established close to 50 brands, 50 trademark brands, with bioenzymes. So that is a potential, and they are growing. The community is growing. Our tribe is growing. So we don't see them as barriers. Yes, there are challenges, but yes, slowly we will, transition that particular challenge. Yeah.
We have bioenzymes in our Kanha departmental store. Any of the residents here?
I don't think we don't have. I think.
I think
Yes,
that's the first
brother,
step
we
we
don't
should
have.
take. Yeah. So we
We
should
don't
take
have.
some of those.
We can identify individuals from Kanha, make them as entrepreneurs, and make their products available. Formulate it in a nice world-class product. Using a bioenzyme like this is different from using it like this. These are all world class products, where we train people to make these products using some scientific formulation and get a test report done, so that because these don't have test reports, right? I mean, when you make it at home, you don't have test reports to prove that, okay, this is really good, and stuff like that.
How do they compare, Shrikant? How do they compare pricing wise? Are they competitively priced
when you formulate
the Unilevers?
Yes, so when you formulate it as a product, it is almost similar. It's almost similar. Okay. There's not much different. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll need to leave now. Just a quick thing.
Sure.
If there are two volunteers from Kanha who can liaise with Jyoti and Shrikant and Preeti. Yeah,
I'm interested
that would be great. Yeah, so that will be great. Is this Kalai, right? Kalai.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you can work with Jyoti on two aspects. One is, I mean, at least from my angle, I see two aspects. One is to introduce bioenzymes as an experimental product in Kanha Shantivanam. So you can work with Brother Karthik, who looks after the departmental store. Yeah, and get a first batch of it into our store. That is one. The second one is to organize a workshop in Kanha, especially related to, I mean, that workshop can span both the areas of using bioenzymes, touching and feeling them and seeing them, seeing the real products, but also a more immersive session on soil fertilization using bioenzymes. Yeah, so these are the two things that we can get started with straight away.
Yes.
And then any other things that you can discuss in the next half, or please take this up. Also, for me, these are the two important things that come to my mind for now. Yeah. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, we can take this forward. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, have a great session, all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's about it. So if we, I mean, there are a lot of opportunities we can create within Kanha community, and there are other opportunities, where Kanha community can join Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy in, eco war, in taking up projects like lake cleansing, river cleansing. There are many lakes around Hyderabad, Telangana region, and there are quite a few lakes around Pune region. We go to Lonavala and all of those places. There are places where we can work along with Kanha and make that difference. So this is all about taking ownership and being responsible for our planet, because as we said, we have loaned the environment from the future generation, and the onus is on us to give it back to nature. And yes, we are working towards giving back to nature. Yes, Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy has been working on creating a lot of literature, handouts, and course material, training material, and we are also, giving people the experience of meeting the master. So, where people travel with us to different places and try and learn together. And we are also we are organizing one such trip, this month end, where we are taking people with us to Thailand to introduce people to Dr. Ruzukon Pumpavong. She's a scientist, she's a doctor, she's a natural farmer, she's a yoga practitioner, she's a acupuncture healer, she's a natural farmer, and she's a Buddhist monk. She's all of that. And she is the one who has been working on bioenzymes for the last 35-40 years. And she's the one who's been teaching to the world about all these enzymes. And she's done great projects. And, we had opportunities to, sometime back when we visited Thailand, we've seen how the military of that particular country makes use of bioenzymes. And there are a lot of potential how farms are using she's created more than 200-300 communities who have been working together using enzymes and making a difference to the environment. And they have been applying enzymes to the sea, and the sea is so calm. I mean, this is worth watching and experiencing. So this is one such event that we are looking forward to, and we are waiting to see more people joining us in this particular trip. So that's about it. So if you are interested, you can join us. I mean, the invitation is open for Kanha as well. So you can join us for this trip as well. All right, so that's about it.
Yeah, brother, sorry to interrupt you. So I have a question, like
Yes.
how to become an entrepreneur, like how to go about it. So what is the method? We have to pay something. There is a fee to learn more about it and be certified bioenzyme entrepreneur.
There is no fee to learn anything.
Okay.
Knowledge is free. Any
So how to
resource
go
that
about
comes
it?
in,
Like
yeah,
if
any
I want to
resource,
learn and start,
yes,
yeah.
any resource that comes on this particular planet is for free. Food should be free, living should be free, everything should be free, right? Now, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, yes, you may have to spend some money in establishing your organization, like getting a certificate done, doing some tests and all. But to be a member with Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy, so what we do is we collect some contributions. There is no fee to learn to become an entrepreneur. There is a contribution where people contribute a small sum, 800 rupees every year, just to take care of the logistics, the administration. That because we have a website, we have been working on creating course material and having it uploaded on the website and making it available to all the members, and then organizing events and meetings. And we have all these softwares that we buy, rent, like Zoom platform. So for these, there is some cost involved. So for that, we look for, contribution from individual members of 800 rupees. That's all. But otherwise, knowledge is free. Anything you need to learn, it just comes
Yeah,
out.
like I want to take my initiative forward. Like
Sure.
I want to make it like when you say something which is certified and tested properly, so it has the say. Like people
Yes.
listen to you. If I'm making at
Yes.
home, it's okay. It's working. We know it
Yes.
works. But
Yes.
to make people feel like it works, we need some kind of certification or something like this. So I was looking for that opportunity. So I
Yes.
feel like you can help me in that kind of area. So you
Yes.
let me know what is the like step to be taken for that.
Yes. Yes. We have partnered with quite a few laboratories, NABL accredited laboratories who run batteries of tests on your products. And when you talk about tests, there are arrays of there's an array of tests that can be conducted. At least 10 to 20,000 different types of tests can be conducted on bioenzymes. So we have zeroed it on a few 5 to 6 types of tests that you can get conducted. And because we have partnered with this particular laboratory, we have been rolling out the test certification, the sample testing at a very subsidized cost. So in the market, what you see, which is sold a test sample, if you want to test a particular sample, it might cost you somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees each particular test. The same thing will be costing here with us at 1,800 rupees. So there is a subsidy given to us by the laboratory for our members. So those who are
Is it possible in
joining,
Hyderabad only?
it is possible anywhere in the country. Now in the world, we have got samples from Thailand to get it tested in India, because Indian testing has improved way beyond our imagination. The kind of technology that has been applied. And a lot of samples come from China, a lot of samples come from Indonesia and Thailand to get them tested in India. So we do have brilliant testing centers, but the only thing is that it is very expensive. But due to the partnership what we have with the testing laboratories, we have been rolling out these the testing and certification at a subsidized cost. You can make utilization of these testing by partnering with Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy. Yes, we can go ahead and work together.
Yeah, sure. So how to become the partner?
Just log into BE Academy, BE
Okay, fine.
for Bioenzyme Academy.in.
Okay.
So
yeah, can you post it in the group as well, sister?
yeah, Jyotika,
Yeah.
You can post it in the beacademy.in. Yes. Thank you so much, Janake. So yeah.
Yes.
And Deepa, you will definitely get to meet many fellow members who are doing the same kind of path what you are taking, and we are guiding many of them, and that's how we are, because this is another way of empowering people, and the thing which started with love and passion gets rewarded as well, right?
So nice, sister. I am so passionate about it. Like I was looking for some kind of opportunity because we are living in a remote area. It's an outskirt of Hyderabad. So I don't meet people like you frequently. So it is so nice, and I'm like really grateful to you people. You're doing such a great job, wonderful job, and it should spread to the whole world. I wish कि ऐसा हो जाए, and so nice to learn from you. And
हो
I'll be
जाएगा। और अच्छे लोगों के साथ रहने से, उनकी संगति में हमारे साथ बहुत अच्छे लोग जुड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ. So that is the energy which takes our Bioenzyme Entrepreneur Academy to the next level.
आप कहाँ पर रहते हैं, sister? Where do you live?
I'm in Bangalore.
Okay, you are in Bangalore. Okay. Very nice. So much to learn.
There's a lot of opportunities to learn. Yes, and this trip, what I was talking about, a handful of members who are coming, they are. I'm very excited because they are the ones who will be learning, how to make world-class products hands-on. That's the experience that they're going to get, and they're also going to come and learn about how they can apply enzymes in farming. Hands-on experience. This is really going to be exciting, and we are all looking forward for this kind of an experience. Yes, and as BEA provides these kind of learning opportunities to many more people, and you can also volunteer with BEA. When BEA takes up a lot of lake cleansing projects, we take a lot of training projects, empowering women. We do a lot of village empowerment projects. You can be a part of it. I mean, if you are in Hyderabad, in the outskirts of Hyderabad, yes, we can do something with Kanha, and we can connect with some local villages around, because I'm sure if it is 1,400 acres land, then you definitely have surrounding villages around, which will be needing some kind of support from Kanha. And Kanha can support all these villages, micro villages, macro villages. We can partner with them, and we can create some kind of economic opportunity, employment opportunity for those villages as well. And also, establish, I mean, there are a lot of things that we can do together, and there's huge potential around bioenzymes. That's about it. If you have any more questions, we can go ahead, or I think
some questions are there. Sorry, Shrikant. There are some questions on the chat box also.
On the chat box, okay.
Can we add a few drops of essential oil to get good fragrance in our products? Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have any standard material that we use to prepare bioenzyme?
We do have a standard learning process, which is what we have been working on, making more, a platform. I mean, the Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy is all about that, creating a learning platform in such a way that we streamline in knowledge sharing in a most systematized manner. We can share learning material on this platform, and we are definitely looking forward for a training session at Kanha. So it could be online or it could be offline. Whatever it is, we can be a part of that, and we can learn. Formulations, we can only learn about making of enzymes, how they are used and where it can be applied. But if we want to learn about formulating it, then yes, there are exclusive programs being conducted by Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy, so they can partner with them, us, and you can learn. Right. Any other questions, Jyotika?
Brother, online भी होती है क्या classes? Classes are online also? Like
online हो सकते हैं, offline भी हो सकते हैं. तो जब भी होंगे हम आपको खबर कर देंगे, तो आप you can attend.
Okay, fine. So
our group of members, the members or the entrepreneurs who are with us, we keep discussing. If something comes up, we do discuss how it is formulated, how it can change, how it can improve the product. So all the discussions are always ongoing, and we do have a meeting once in a month with our members. So where we address any of these issues, or whatever is to interact with the members. That is what we do, and we have been guiding many entrepreneurs to brand their products, from branding to everything, from testing to branding to marketing to placing, and that is what we have been doing.
Sister, my question is like, is it possible, because I am staying in the outskirts, is it possible for me to get it tested and branded and everything? And
yes,
how much
it is
money
possible.
Yeah. So how much expenditure I have to make? Because I have made lots of bioenzymes because I have lots of trees or lots of flora and fauna with me. So that's why I keep on making bioenzymes. So
how many liters? Yeah. How many liters of bioenzyme have you made?
Like around 50 bottles of 2 liters each.
That is 100 liters.
Yeah, something like this. And I've stopped making because like I thought how to store them now. So I was thinking like how to go about it, because I was not aware how to go for the testing and all the process. Branding.
If you have to do branding, you have to
Mm.
run each batch through a test.
Yeah.
If you have created 50 bottles of 2
Mhm.
liters each, then each bottle should undergo a test if you plan to sell.
Okay.
Which is not a commercially viable option for us. So in that
Mhm.
case, what we would do is we would help entrepreneurs to establish larger production units
Okay.
with the kind of expertise that we have. We'll help you establish a larger production unit. And whereas, let's say one production unit would be about 250, 350 or 500 liters. And all you do is just one batch test for that. And that can take care of that. And when it comes to testing, you'll have to do a batch test of your raw material. And after finishing the product, you have to get the product tested as well, for its efficacy, potency, shelf life, and all of that. So yes, there is a cost involved. We can talk at a later stage. Jyoti Didi can share our contact number.
Fine. Thank you, brother.
Brother, when this training program will happen in Kanha?
That you have to decide,
I
your team
think,
has to decide and get back to us.
How many members you need in order to conduct this?
Kalai's sister actually, Sangeet Bhaiya said he will discuss this and get back to us. Once the team is ready, here I would also like to mention to Shrikant and Preeti that Kanha it is called Kanha Shantivanam, and it is our world headquarters of heartfulness meditation. So we gather there. We have Utsav 4 times in a year, and each of the time we have closer to 60,000 to closer to 1 lakh people gathering there, to meditate for 3 days. So, and then everything is managed. It is people management that happens there. Everything is done on a voluntary basis. So, so Kanha, we also have residents who are there, who are working in Kanha, or they have moved into Kanha so that there is more work that they can do in Kanha itself, and also they even travel outside for your jobs, maybe Hyderabad or close by places. So these are the residents who are there, and I think that is what Sangeet Bhaiya wanted to do a session for them, and probably even in person he's looking for some program similar to this. So Kale sister, I think we will wait for Sangeet Bhaiya to get back to us. Once he lets us know, anyway, we have formed this group, Kanha and B group.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have Preeti and Shrikant's number. Let's use this WhatsApp group in interacting and whatever questions you have to, yeah, talk to.
Great. Yeah. Great, sister. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think somebody was asking about what is the recipe to make a bioenzyme. So, Preeti, you want to answer, or Shrikant wants to answer?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just got reconnected. What was the question?
There's a question on what is the recipe to make a bioenzyme.
Oh, recipe is very simple. 10, 3, 1. So, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, we
Hello?
can hear you.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can hear
we
me.
can.
Okay. Sure. It is 10, 3, 1, where 10 denotes 10 parts of water, 3 denotes 3 parts of organic matter, and 1 denotes 1 part of sugar, in the sense raw sugar, jaggery. Now, you needed a wide mouth plastic container. So you can add it in any sequence. For example, if the wide mouth container is 1 liter capacity, then you might need 600 ml of water, 180 grams of organic matter, and 60 grams of jaggery. So this is all you need. And you can add it in any sequence and close it. For the first 30 days, you need to release the gases. A lot of gases will be formed due to fermentation. And then you'll have to keep it closed for the next 60 days. After 30 days, for the next 60 days, you need to keep it airtight. So in 90 days, you have your bioenzymes ready. You can just filter the contents, and then you can make use of the enzymes. The pulp can be reused to make your fresh batch, where you add the pulp from the previous batch to your newer batch, and your enzymes will not take 90 days. It will be done in 30 days. So that's about it. Yeah, how can we use bioenzyme to purify drinking water? Just add 1 drop, 1 cc to 1 liter of water. There is a way that you need to make these enzymes. You need to make it in edible format, and then you can add it. 1 cc is more than sufficient for remineralizing 1 liter of water. Yeah. Any other questions?
If there are no questions, I think, okay, can we use bioenzyme as a stain remover?
You can remove stains on clothes. You can remove stains on ceramic tiles. You can remove stains on your bathroom fittings. You can remove stains, rust stains on steel, metal. You can use it as a deruster, descaler. You can remove oil stains from the kitchen chimney, from your cooktop. Yes, you can make use of that for removing stains. See, you can apply it absolutely anywhere. Anything and everything can be taken care of by bioenzymes. Bioenzymes has also been utilized in treatment of cancer, which is what we learned when we went to Thailand. Which are a year old, you can use bioenzymes which are 40 years old as well. There are bioenzymes, which are 40 years old, which are available. You can use them as well. Yes.
Vessel washing also we have product by have only 4 cleaners.
We have floor cleaner, toilet cleaner, dishwasher, laundry detergent, room fresher, air fresher, and there are many other products in line. There are moisturizers. There's shampoo. There's disinfectant spray. You don't have to store bioenzyme in a refrigerator. You can just keep it outside. Yeah.
Okay. Very eager to know more things.
Sure. We can connect.
Yeah.
We can connect and we can learn. Jyoti Didi, is it possible to share Preeti's and my number in the chat box? If someone has questions privately, they can get in touch with us. Is it possible?
Yeah, sure. I'm doing it right away.
Sure. All right. So I'm on 911. That's an emergency number in US and also in India, I think so. You need to know, get in touch with me. It's 911 350 7543. 7543. That's my number.
One more thing, can we use it for washing teeth, like as a goggler, mouth freshener or something?
You can. Preeti already has a product, a mouthwash. You can use bioenzymes as mouthwash. You cannot use the concentrated enzyme because it will wear away the enamel on the coating on the teeth. So, but there is a product which has been formulated, and Preeti has been making that particular product for quite some time. She has a very beautiful mouthwash. You can source it from her, enzymatic mouthwash. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Maybe if someone wants to join the WhatsApp group, what we have created for Kanha and BE, you can include them, or you can share the WhatsApp link with them. They can also join, and we can start interacting with them. And meanwhile, I think Sangeet Bhaiya will let us know if we will be able to meet, in person or through online platform.
Sure. And if you all could excuse me, I am already packed up to leave right now because I'm traveling. So I just held myself for this meeting. And if we have no more questions, then I'll call it a day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shrikant, for
Thank you.
joining us and taking us through this journey and better
Sure.
understanding. Yeah, we will
Sure.
catch up soon.
Sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Namaskaram.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. And before I leave, I always conclude with the with quote mentioned by Babuji Maharaj, Sri Ramchandra ji of Fatehgarh, sorry, Shahjahanpur. He would always say that if you cannot make this earth a better place before you could leave, it will be nice that you leave it behind the way it was given to you. I think all of us play a major role in correcting things. So let's join together and be connected, and we will take this forward. Thank you very much for your time and see you all very soon. Thank you very much, Preeti, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Thanks a lot.